Well, hello, my darlings. I see we have Lily and Plum Punts here already. And we're starting, let's see, a minute early, guys. So I'm going to be making some announcements about changes that are going to be going. Your heart and my soul. Hello, darling. I love this. And my soul. All righty. And Jen Struvel. Okay. And Samantha, hello to you. All right. So we're whoops. Okay, guys. And there's let's see. Melissa is here. Danielle is here. Katrina is here. Ringstrom Tarot is here. Chris is here. Jen Stuvla is here. Nancy LS. Rosie Bear. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Okay, and Taylor, hello. Jeannie D, Sarah Nubia. Hello, everybody. This is so wonderful to have some of you that are returnees. I'm loving it. We already have our first 5 for the readings for today. And yeah, so if you go back up at the top, you'll see that I'm going to be taking a break for the rest of September. I have a psychic fair to get ready for, and I may be making some changes in how I deliver my readings. I'm playing with different ideas. Even though it's fun to come on and be here and talk with you and have you see me, one of the things I really loved about Blog Talk is that I not only got to give information, I got to hear you. I got to create a community. I got to feel the connection between y'all and me. And so when I was doing a reading, there was more feedback, and that felt better to me because I'm a very auditory person. I hear Gregory. That's how they first came through to me. And so I'm looking at which of these modalities feels good to me, because if I'm not having fun, this isn't the way to do it. And the other thing, thank you, Lily, thank you. The other thing I have to share with you guys, I'm on part 3 of a 3-part novel that I started, golly, back in 2000, I don't know, what are we at, 2019? So maybe 2009, 2015. Anyway, I've been working on this novel for quite some time. And I took a big break for about 5 years in the middle while I was closing up my counseling practice. And I really want to get back to that. I sat down yesterday and spent several hours transcribing and putting the stuff that I've been doing in my novel. It's a wonderful little novel. And I've been doing a bunch of short stories that I'm really having fun doing. So part of what I want to do is get back to my writing. I want to do some readings to promote and support me while I do my writing. But I have to find ways to make this fun, guys, because Gregory keeps saying if it isn't fun, you're not doing it right. And y'all get a chance to find out where my writings are. I guess I'll post them in the different groups that I'm doing, because it's about 2 little girls who meet in dream time. One comes from a land where everybody's supportive and loving and cooperative, and the other comes from a land where everybody is controlling and limiting. And I'm at the part of the story where all those people are living together now, and how do they live together in peace? And I'm as curious as you to find out how that happens, because it kind of sounds like what's going on in our world. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I want to let you know that I'm going to, for those of you who are local, I will be doing the Psychic Fair here in Reading at Wind River on the 28th, I believe. It's a Saturday, the last Saturday of the month. So that will be really fun for y'all to come down and see me and get a reading there. It's only $20 for a 15-minute reading. Good deal. And you get a coupon for half off reading if you show up, for those of you who are local. And then I will be on a webinar thing the end of November. So go to, it's not up there yet. Give me till the end of the week, but go to, or the end of next week, depending on my techie person, www.bobbieg.com/events. Just go to www.BobbieG and you'll see there's readings, events, bookings, examples of the shows I've done on Blog Talk. There's lots of stuff there to play with. So anyway, where is it? The reading is at the Wind River Casino, which is a weird place to have readings, but they give us a really good deal, and there's a lot of people who are into the psychic there. So it's in Redding, California. Okay, Redding, California is where we're at. So that's going to be happening, and if you go to my website, like I say, next week, I'll have all this stuff up. I should have done it beforehand, but I forget my website sometimes. You'll see the details of how to get there, the details about what's happening in November in terms of the webinar thing, or it's a event, it's a summit where 20 of us are going to be speaking, and you get it free if you just listen on that day, and you can buy the stuff if you like it. And then I'm going to be at the Psychic Fair in Chico, California, also in November. So there are places where you can find me in the flesh, really, to get readings. And yeah, are my readings $20 at the Psychic Fair? They might be $25. Just check. I'll have it all decided by then, darlings. Yeah, I have to keep up with myself. All right. So that's what's happening in Bobbieland. I'll post some of this stuff in the Facebook groups that I've been posting on for those of you who want to know, and for those of you who want direct contact, go on my site, sign up, give me your email, and you'll be on my national email list, or my local one if you guys are local. All righty. So thank you all for being here and for liking what you're getting and for coming back. I'm just totally thrilled that there are people who are wanting to be here. Any Bay Area events? Not at this point, Neuro, but that was one thing I was thinking about doing eventually. I'd love to come up to Canada too. That would be way cool. And who knows, when I start promoting my book and going on book tours, I'll do a book tour and Gregory readings all in one. How's that for a multidimensional being? I have so many talents that I like to play with. But right now, the writing is really calling to me. Hello, Felicia, Mari, Brenda, AK, yes, and Taylor. So y'all hear what BobbieG is up to. Okay. So thank you guys for those of you who are subscribing. If any of you choose to click the super chat to help support what Kelly and I are doing, that's great. I've got 5 people I have signed up right now. I got Lily G, Plum Ponce, Your Heart, My Soul, Jen Struble, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and Samantha S, if y'all want readings. And I'll call you out when it's time to do the readings. And we're going to see what Gregory has to say for the wisdom they have to impart for today. Where'd my reading rocks go? There they are. Okay, my darlings, let's take a moment to bring yourself into this moment, to be here, to be present in your life, to be present in the energy of your life, because this is the work that we are doing with Bobbie and with each and every one of you. Because when you spend your time pasting and futuring, you're not here now. And today, the topic is going to be a continuation of relationships. So we're going to keep this very short, because for any of you who were not here last week, go back to last week's YouTube with BobbieG, and we did a half hour on the details, the nuances, the depth of relationships and what relationship is all about. Today, we wanted to leave lots of time to do multiple reads on your issues with relationships or other things if that's what's coming up for you. But relationships is easy because you're always in relationship with yourself, your job, your friends, your family, your lovers, and life itself. Every bit of it is a relationship. So when we say relationships, we're looking from the broad overall perspective, not just a specific little nuance. But we know that for those of you who come here, you want those nuances addressed. You want those nuances to be handled and answered and give you information to move forward. But the most important information we want to give each and every one of you is to pay attention to your own internal guidance system. A lot of what we do in our readings, my darlings, is we tune you up to your own information. When Bobbie's able to do it with hearing, she's able to hear what you're saying and feed back to you the words you're saying, that your information is there. Now, when we do it this way, we can give her the information. But we really want to help you understand that each and every one of you has the capacity to find your own way, to find your own path, to move forward powerfully in the life you want to co-create. That is why when Bobbie was talking about doing the writing, we told her the vibration that she is resonating at right now has just opened the door to a whole new path. Doesn't mean the Gregory's going anywhere and doesn't mean we aren't going to be here for you, but we're going to find a way to do it that resonates with her higher calling. And we work with her. We don't tell her what to do. We don't tell you what to do. We give you information to make the decisions that you need to make to move forward in your life, to have the life that you want to co-create here with us and you. And when we say co-create, you're the decider, the creator, the manifester. We bring in the other possibilities. We give you the nudges. We tune up the colors and the vibrations around you sometimes so that you do turn left instead of right when left is a place for you to go. So you do hear those words, somebody speaking a little ways away from you that are just what you need to hear. So that you do feel the energy that says yes or no in certain situations. That's our job. Our job is to help you fine-tune your own abilities to create the life you came here to live. And that is what our readings do. So, all right. And that is the message from the Gregory. So we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on Gregory because we're a half hour last week. Okay. And all right. So AK, thank you. Thank you for the donation. Okay. So Brenda didn't make it for the list, but still will receive some through them. Anyway, yes, that's the other thing we want you to know is it doesn't matter if you're not on the list. You still get a chance to hear because we fine-tune this so that it's a value for everybody because as much as you're all unique, you're also pretty similar. All righty, my darlings. And we're going to get in as many readings as we can. On Blog Talk, we used to get 15 in a day. Let's see what we can do today here for our darling friends. So Lily G, are you still around and do you want a reading, darling? And we're going to do some work here. And we're going to do this here. And we're going to do this here. And we're going to take this over here. Okay, so while that's coming up, Lily, may I have a general reading, please, for the next steps to take? Wow, Lily, you've moved into a bit of a quagmire, darling, because we see your feet firmly planted in a stuck place with your body leaning forward into what it is you want to do. Now, in order for you to move yourself in the direction your body is leaning, it's time for you to make a list of the various possibilities you're considering. Okay, Lily? We want you to make a list of the various possibilities you're considering. And then it doesn't have to be a long list. We see about 3 or 4 things on that list, but with each thing on the list, we want you to pour energy into it. So let's use Bobbie as an example, because this is an experience she got to have at a workshop. So she didn't even know she wanted to be a writer. They said, what if you could be anything or do anything you wanted to do, what would it be? And writing popped into her head, and she went, well, I don't know what to do with that. So you step into the statement, I am a writer. I love to write. I love watching stories form. I love the words that come forward and the possibilities that show up on the page. I love watching people read the stuff and enjoy the stuff and learn the writings from the writings. So what she did, what we want you to do with each of these possibilities, Lily, is step into what it is, like your spiritual gifts. I am a spiritual being. I do this. I have so much fun. You talk about each of these. We're seeing 4 different areas you're playing with right now. Talk about each of them in the now. Either audio record it or journal it, whichever one works best for you. After you've done that process, look at the work you've done and feel into which one feels most powerful right now. It doesn't mean you're not going to explore the others, but the ones that feel most powerful right now. And then ask yourself, what is my first step to move forward in that direction? Knowing that if you don't like that direction, you can change it. Knowing if it doesn't work for you, you're not stuck in that direction, but you're resonating right now with the idea of that. But you have to speak of it in the now, speak about it as if it is so. Then ask what your first step is after you've surveyed all of them, Lily. If you do that, your feet will move out of the stuckness of, I don't know, I'm not sure, I can't move. And you'll begin to make a step forward. Okay? Oh, Felicia, seeing the lights in the background reflecting on the background from the window. Sorry, darling, can't do much about that. It looks good on my screen. Okay, yeah, the window outside. I've got a light on over here too. Hi, you saw an angel of blue light fly by me. I like that. I like that, Felicia. Lily, you got that. Okay, good work, Lily. Okay, plumpons. Are you still here? Do you want a reading, darling? Okay. I'm going to take a swallow of water to keep things going. Hello, Josie. Glad. Hello. Yes, I am here. What would you like to know? Plumpons. I don't know how to pronounce it. I play with that one each time. Plumponce. I want to make it French. Probably has some meaning to you that I don't know about. Just going to breathe for a second while I wait for that one to come through rather than struggle. The other thing I liked about Blog Talk is that I got to read for everybody in the room. That felt good to me. Yes. So there we go. Can I have a general reading on the next step to take? I began by taking a huge step already. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing the screen kind of muddied up. And what that means is it's time for you to clear away the old patterns, the old beliefs, the old fears, the old doubts. Notice that with this big step you've taken are some considerations, some joy, but some considerations, some worries and doubts. What we want you to know is that all of that is just information. And as you clear away the old patterns, the old beliefs, the old doubts, the old struggles, you open up the opportunities for you to take another giant step. With each step you take, what needs to be cleaned and cleared away for the following step to then happen shows up in your life. It doesn't mean you shouldn't move forward. It means there's some work to do. The more work you do on clearing those old patterns and old beliefs and old considerations, the quicker you'll realize them, the quicker you'll dissolve them, and the quicker you'll move forward. But the way it goes when you're moving through life is you're up against your growth edge and you push against the growth edge and you're pushing and pushing and pushing and you feel like you're not getting anywhere because you're pushing through to something new and you don't notice how much you're clearing. And it feels like, well, will this ever stop? No, because the bigger step you take, the more there is to clear away. And if you practice clearing away all of the considerations and all of the problems, it'll get quicker. It'll happen easier. Yesterday, when Bobbie was stuck about what to do about this show and what to do in terms of moving forward, she floundered around for maybe a half hour and said, I need to get on the light bar and do the eye movement. And when that didn't work as well as she wanted, she got her husband to help her with the questions. And by the time they finished, within a half hour, she had her answer. And then there was just a process of going forward and implementing it. So there were times in the past where she might have been there for days trying to figure out why she was stuck, what's going on, how does she move forward. And now it happens quickly, and she takes action quicker because she's found that by following those guidance, her life moves quicker. So that's what you need to do, your darling. Pensez. Pensez. Pronounce the E. Pensez. Plum pensez. Okay. All right, my darling. Did that make sense to you? And thank you all for pushing the like button. I'm really pleased to see the 14 likes we have up there, and I'm pleased that we're getting some super chats to support the Kelly Lunt station. Yes, my darlings. And subscribe. Thank you. And pensez. Okay. Plum pensez. I obviously should have taken French. Okay. And I want to tell you all, for anybody who wants readings, that is the information on getting readings from me in the time where I'm not here and available. Yes, you got that information. You're welcome. All righty. Well, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I'm glad she gave me a space on her channel too. Okay, so your heart and my soul, what are you wanting to know today, darling? We're just clicking through these. May I have a message, please, about my professional future? Okay. Okay, I've got to give you the picture I'm getting. I have all these little blocks all around, but they're rays of light shining through the blocks. Okay. And right in the middle is a very powerful light coming through, shining right on your heart. And that light, if you will allow it to come right to your heart and follow that guidance, will lead you through the illusion of the blocks, and they will just fall away. And you'll see that on the other side of these illusions of limitation is this really gigantic, wide open space of possibilities. And what we see is it's often the distance on some of them and closer on others, but there's like 3 potential possibilities. One's more spiritual. The one further off is very much worky work sort of ideas. And one is about relationship of some sort. So we've got this spiritual calling over here. Okay, so the spiritual part of what you want to do needs to be addressed first. That needs to be honed in, felt, and coming straight to the heart chakra. After you do that, then the part that you need to address is the logistics of a business, the logistics of work, the logistics of how you create this in a platform where you reach people, where you make money, where you develop this in the physical world. So you've got your emotional, spiritual connection, then you've got the physical world. And over here is a relationship kind of waiting for you. It's not in your purview just yet, so don't do anything about it. Just know it's there. So, short version of that, lots of blocks appear, light shining through the cracks in all the blocks, big light shining through the middle to your heart. Follow that heart leading through those blocks. They will move away. You will see possibilities. Develop the spiritual, emotional connection first. Then move into the business aspect of it and know that relationship will happen later. Woo! Okay, my darling. You got that. All right. All right. Thank you, AK. Smash that button, everyone. Thanks. Yes. You're welcome, my darling. And then we had a Jen Struble or it was quite a ways up here. You still there, Jen? It was quite a ways up there that I usually take the first bunch of people. Jen Sturlove. Jen Sturlove. So if you're still here, hi, Concha. Hi, darling. Marsha, we may be able to get to you. I don't know. I got you down. Okay, yes, please, darling. What are you wanting? Good to see you, Concha. And hello, HK, while we're waiting for Jen Sturlove. Okay, dream that I was waiting for hours for my mom, and she told me I'll have to wait longer. I started to throw a complete tantrum like a child, screaming, crying, throwing things. Okay, so let us see. Wow, Jen, there are so many layers in that dream. So many layers. There's the wisdom of the mother that you're seeking, plus the cleanup work you want to do with that relationship. And then there's that impatient part of you in physical reality, wanting things to flow as smoothly as they do in non-physical. And the realization that you have to take the steps and move forward with your life without the guidance of the mother energy that you are seeking. What you're seeking there is guidance, is the higher guidance that will lead you to the answer. But the mistake you're making is that there is the answer that will solve all your problems. That's not a reality. There are answers and possibilities you can try, but there isn't the answer. And so being in that space where you're seeking that wisdom and not finding it and not having it clearly delineated is being struggleful for the egoic side of you that wants the answers to flow easily and everything to be laid out. And what spirit wants you to know is that you have the capacity to begin to make decisions, to begin to move forward in your life, to find that internal guidance, that internal mother energy you're seeking to help you move forward in your life. So that is what we're wanting you to know, my darling. Hopefully that made sense, because there's many layers in that dream. But the answer we want you to have is that you have the capacity to do this for yourself, even though the egoic self wants to have it be easier. And have it laid out clearly. And this isn't the way life works, darlings. You have to take a step to make a step to find an answer. Okay, so that is for Jensterlove. Jensterlove. Okay, you got it. It makes sense to you. Excellent. Okay. Homestar, love a read on XRV. Okay, we're moving on. I want to do a little commercial in the middle here to let you all know I'm taking a break for the rest of September, because I'm getting ready for a psychic fair on the 28th here in Redding, California at Wind River Casino. I'll have the details of the psychic fair for those of you who are in Northern California. It will on my website at www.BobbieG.com. And just hit, click around to events instead of readings. Also, I'm going to be doing a psychic fair in Chico in November, and I'm going to be on a summit about psychic information and those of us who do psychic work that I will put up on my website also. So you have several ways to get in touch with me while I'm reassessing, because what I want to do is start working on my novels and my writing. So I'm going to fit the Gregory in, darlings. I'm not deserting you. I just have other stuff calling to me right now, and I need to pay attention to it. All righty. So, all right. A lot of you asking about relationships. So we did Jen. And didn't see anything. Samantha, are you wanting a reading? Because you were up at the top. You got here early also. I've got Samantha, AK, and Marcia K down right now. And we'll see how many other people we can get through that are asking about relationships. It's just going to be, okay, general read for my future career. Okay, Samantha. Whoa. Okay, just a minute. Let me make sure I've got that right. Samantha, step back from the wall of belief that is defining your future career. Step back so you can see the bigger picture. Right now, your nose is right up against this wall, looking to see, well, what do I do next? Well, where do I go next? Well, how will this happen next? And you can't get an idea until you step back. That wall is full of expectations, of beliefs, of other people's expectations, of what society says, of what your family says, of what your friends say. Step back from that and get a broader perspective and feel into, so given that I want to do something with people, given that I want to be of service, Given that, I want to expand into new possibilities. How can I move forward in this particular career to do those things? There are other facets of your life that are important to you. And the more you can discern the facets of your life that are important to you, then from that perspective, look at what you want to do. Let us give you an example. So for Bobbie, being of service is her highest calling. That is mandatory in everything she does. She loves being of service. She loves helping people. She loves guiding people. She loves watching people grow. Now, that possibility could be done in a multitude of careers. She tried massage. That wasn't a match. She tried therapy. That was a match for a while, but eventually that burned out. She's doing Gregory. That's a match. Now she wants to do it through writing. That overall thing of being of service can be done in any one of those. So paying attention to those different possibilities she was playing with, interacting with people, is very important. So which one of those allows her to interact with people in a way that fills her up while it's filling them up? Making a certain amount of income is important. It's not the driving force, but it's necessary to support her while she is of service. So being able to navigate that, how can you do all the things she loves? She was on Blog Talk for 10 years, free, gratis, didn't get a penny out of it, except maybe a half a dozen people calling for readings. But she loved it so much that that was okay. Now it's needing to be more financially stable in order to support all of this. So you need to look at those things that you want in your life and those things that you need in your life, and then look at the career options. Okay. Then look at the possibilities. When Bobbie chose the therapy career, at first she was working for an organization, and they had her booked 8 and 10 people a day. And that was not allowing her to do the quality of work that she wanted to do and still have a life at home with her husband, because it was so exhausting. And whoever was number 8 on the day did not get what number 1 did. And so that was her career. So she needed to change that career where she worked 3 days a week. Then she needed to change that career where she was completely in charge of the scheduling and who she would and wouldn't take for a client, because she wanted people who were willing to work to get better, not just people who showed up and paid money. So there was a lot of details, but knowing we were constantly guiding her like we're guiding you, that it isn't about the job, it's about knowing what fills you up, so that when you think about the job, you can make choices. Other people said you better stick with the job that's secure, with the health insurance and all the stuff you need and the paycheck. And knowing that didn't fill her up allowed her to make other decisions. That's what we want for you, my darling Samantha. So step back from what everybody else is saying. Step back from everything you've learned. Step back and take a broader picture of what it is you want your career to be. Look at the things that are important to you, and then make a decision based on what you'll do to move forward next with what feels good. Now we know that's going to help a whole bunch of people doing with careers, darling. Yeah. And Felicia, we know that you follow your heart, but there's a piece of that you needed to hear too. I really know there's a piece of that that you were looking for. Okay, AK, what are you looking for, darling? Give me an idea of what you want to know. Oh, life is good. Makes sense. I didn't want to quit the job I have because I get a steady paycheck, but I really want to chase my childhood dream. Well, and while I'm waiting for AK to say something, what I did was I held on to the job that had the paycheck while I was setting up the dream I wanted. Now, that was pretty exhausting because I was seeing clients at the steady job and at my new endeavor. But when I let go of the steady job, I had something to sustain me financially while I built the business. So don't think either or. It's like I can't quit everything and just start writing. Not that I would quit everything I'm doing here anyway. I love it. But for me, I need an underpinning. So find a way to do both is always possible. Step out of the either or thinking. Okay, so AK, a general, anything good coming towards me. Well, I can already answer that. That's just yes. But we're going to come back here and see what Gregory has to say. Okay, AK, what we're seeing for you is a beautiful grassy hill. We're seeing one of those like the commercials where the birds are singing, there's a rainbow up there, there's music going, and you're climbing up the hill. And it's okay where you're at. You're enjoying the hill. But the reason you're asking that question is you can feel there's more on the other side of the hill. Take that in for a moment. You can feel the more on the other side of the hill. And you're a little confused because this side of the hill is looking pretty darn juicy right now. There's parts that you love. There's things that you've created. There's parts that you've manifested. And you're going, well, this looks really nice. I'm liking this. I don't know what's on the other side of that hill. My darling, you can't find out from this side of the hill. Our suggestion is continue to climb up this beautiful grassy knoll. And when you get to the top of the hill, sit down in a way that you can see forward and a way that you can see back. Look at everything you have created in your life that is working now that brought you to the top of this hill. And know that those same skills, those same abilities, that same capacity to dream is what's bringing you up to the top of this hill. Then look at all the new out there, because it's kind of a gray area. It's not been developed yet. And there's something, what is that? About personal awareness and awakeness that you are going to be moving into should you choose to move down the other side of that hill. Now, some of that personal awakeness and awareness may be a bit uncomfortable when you first go into it. And it's very necessary for you to do that work to open up the light and the doorway to the new possibilities. It's like there's this kind of gray area, you're going down the hill, and there's this personal awareness and awakeness stuff that you're needing to look at and explore and go through. And on the other side of that is this beautiful mahogany door. And we can see the light coming around the door to the possibilities that are waiting for you if you go through that. Now, there's a book that's coming to us called The Big Leap. The Big Leap, we want to say by Gay Hendricks, but we could be wrong about the author. But it's about how you've created really good right now. And it would be really easy to not go any further because of all the reasons they say you stay stuck when things are going good or when they're going bad, or how you create problems. But you're not going to create problems by going through this personal stuff. You're going to open the way, the path to the doorway to the possibilities of what you can have. Okay. Okay, so that's what's going on for AK. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Now, Marcia K., I saw you, and for some reason you jumped out at me. Are you still here, darling? Okay. See if I can go back up here. Regarding love life. Yes, you are. Okay. Anything regarding your love life? Wow. Okay, Marcia. The picture is you sitting cross-legged in a lotus position, legs crossed, hands up, trying to call in the love you want and the relationship you want. And you've got this gigantic, big cement block sitting in the middle of your lap. And you can't move with that block there. You can do all the work you want to call in everything you think you're manifesting, to reach out to be with whoever it is you think you can be with. But until you remove this big block that has "I can't" written on it, you're stuck. Our homework for you, Marcia, is every time you hear yourself say "I can't" or "yes, but," we want you to look at the thoughts and the beliefs that you're manifesting. When you say, "I can't have that relationship, I can't go there, I can't be with this, I can't have that, I can't," when you say that, what you're doing is affirming to the universe that you're not able and not willing to move forward. You affirm that this is your reality. Do you want to affirm "I can't" as your reality? Or do you want to look at what you're saying "I can't" do and add, "I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm willing to learn. I'm not sure what the next step is here, but I'm willing to explore. I'm not sure who else or how else someone will come into my life, but I'm willing to be open." And when the energy to go forward and go someplace and to meet somebody and to try something new shows up, and the first words from that scared little egoic self says, "I can't do that. Well, I don't know how. Well, that won't work." Well, yes, but it's not really. Pay attention to those words and that verbiage. It's keeping you stuck. It's a big, gigantic cement block getting in the way of your ability to sit in the lotus position and manifest the reality you want to have happen in your life. So that is for our darling Marcia K. Okay, I got to take a swallow. So guys, I have been reading now for 50 minutes. Marcia says, yes, she's working on that now. Thanks. Okay. Spirit's got your back, darling. Just ask them. That's what I do sometimes. It's like, Gregory, that's my spirit guide. Gregory, how do I do this? That's what I asked yesterday when I was going round in circles about the YouTubes and what I want to do and how I want to do it. And boy, that's how I got the answers of how to navigate it. And thank you for all the thumbs up, guys. I'm very pleased. And thank you for all the people subscribing. Okay, so my darlings, what I'm going to do is, for those of you who want to be assured you're going to get a reading. I'm going to hang on here for a few more minutes, but I'm going to do it through my PayPal. Okay. If you want a reading and you go over to www. Oh, well, there we go. Let's do that and put it on there. So www.paypal.me/BobbieG3333 and you send $20 over there. I will pull you up to do readings for the last few minutes I'm going to be here. Remember, I am not going to be here next week or for the rest of this month. I will be letting you know on the various Facebook groups and through email what I will be doing and where I will be doing it. I will be, oh, I guess I better check in. I am checked in. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and do this. Excuse me while I do this. Close that out. Yeah. So, multitasking, challenging on this process. For those of you who have listened, I am available for readings at www.bobbieg.com if you want private readings. I'm looking for a way to do more of these kind of readings. Also, where you can get one answer readings for like $20. I think that would be one question readings for $20. Because I know that for some of you just have an answer. You just need a little guidance. You just need a bump. You don't need a whole hour. If you want to deep dive and really explore how you want to move forward, look for the full hour session. I'm thinking of maybe doing half-hour sessions too. I'm playing with different possibilities about how to present what I have to offer to people so that there's a flow for you and a flow for me. And not sure exactly what that's going to look like and still leave. The link doesn't work. Let me see. It does. Let's go over here. Let's go to www.paypal.me. Whoops. /BobbieG333. Enter. And it takes me, does it take me to it? Sorry, can't find, oh, well, it said, sorry, can't, oh, okay. Let's go back here. I guess it is case sensitive. Let's try that. And let's go here. Yeah, I think it's case sensitive. I had the G. All right. So it's a small G, guys. That's what happened. Well, thank you for letting me know that. Can I send an email on PayPal? Yeah, you can PayPal me at You can also PayPal me at BobbieG22 at gmail.com. I have to remember to put my 22 in there. I forget sometimes. Okay, so I got both of those sites up for anybody who is looking for a reading. I'll give you just a second, my guys. So the thing about relationships that I really would like people to please go back. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Go back and listen to what Gregory had to say on the YouTube we did last week, because that YouTube yeah, that YouTube was a wealth of information, my friends. I listened to it from This is Bobbie speaking, and I was amazed the amount of information that was in there. Okay, so I'm going up here and I'm checking it out, and I'm not seeing anything happening, my darlings. Annalisa called and asked me what time it was in the reading. Not sure what's happening here. Okay, sweet ones. Well, I'm looking to see, I'm not seeing if anything shows up in the next few minutes. Yeah. So one of the things I thought as a possible for those of you who are left, I think that shows me there's 7 people left here, is that I might be doing this on Blog Talk Radio. Or if there's another modality besides Blog Talk where I can hear you and talk with you in a group setting, I'm willing to look at that. So I'm looking at ways to provide the readings y'all need. And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not seeing anything happening. Hi, Lady J. I'm just about ready to end this one. And I'm running out of energy here. So I'm letting everybody know that I'm taking a break from the YouTubes for right now, for at least the rest of this month. If you want any guidance from me, any connection with me, you can reach me at www.bobbieg.com. You can email me from there. You can sign up for a reading. You can check with me, and I will be available to connect with people. And I'm going to be focusing on my writing for a little bit. And I already said where I'm going to be for all y'all folks, all the different psychic fairs I'm doing. I will put that up on my website as well at www.bobbieg.com/events. But that's not up yet, so it'll be up by the end of next week. Okay, sweet loves. That is all for me today. I'm not seeing anybody signed up, although somebody looked like they were interested. It didn't work. So, sweet loves, take care. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.